Okay, we're going to look at a couple examples as far as just some guided practice. That way you can kind of follow me and you can see the steps in order to do one of these problems. I'm going to start with question two. Question two is a good one because you're going to have a jump in your divisor and you're also going to have a jump in your dividend. So it's a good one to kind of go through the steps on. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 2.4 and I'm going to make one jump to the right to call that 24. Once I do that, whatever I'm doing in my divisor, I'm going to go and mimic in my dividend. So I'm going to take this, which is 38 and 4 tenths, and I'm going to jump it to the right once, which is really going to kind of call this 384. So a lot of times when you're solving these problems after you make your jumps, it might be good just to rewrite the problem, which if you rewrote the problem, it would look like this. It would be 384 divided by 24. Okay, if you divide this problem, you don't know your 24s. That's a little bit bigger number, but you ought to know that 24 can't go into 3. And so, since it can't go into 3, you're going to think about taking it into 38, and it can go in one time. So, if I do the math there, 24 times 1 takes you to 24, and you would subtract it out to see what your next step would be. So, 8 minus 4 is 4, 3 minus 2 is 1. You would compare and then bring down, and then now you would have this step of, all right, how many times will 24 go into 144? Again, you don't know your facts of 24, but you can always come out to the side and you can try some. Um, I feel like it's going to be kind of in between. And what I mean by that is 24 times 1 is 24, but 24 times 10 is 240. So I'm going to kind of go in between and I'm just going to try one. I'm going to try 6 here. I want to see what happens. So 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 2 is 12, plus an extra 2 is 14. So that one worked. Sometimes you get kind of lucky, and if you try it, you're going to hit it the first time, and then sometimes you won't. So I'm going to finish this up. I'm going to say it can go in 6 times, which is 144, and there's nothing left over. Now, here's what's critical. You have to think about what you did up here. So if I go plug this answer back in, this answer would now fit in right here as my quotient of 16. So in other words, you didn't have anything left over, you didn't have any remainders, you had a quotient of 16 and you're finished.